Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be discussing why the internet computer is now challenged by Avalanche blockchain, claiming to be the internet computer itself. Dominic, the founder of Internet Computer, came to X and posted this in response to these bizarre claims that Avalanche is actually the internet computer. And that's what we're going to be discussing in today's video. We're going to be talking about Avalanche, we're going to be talking about internet computer, all the drama surrounding it, and also which blockchain is primed to be in the top 10. Don't forget to give this video a free thumbs up. This is the Cryptoviser podcast. We talk about everything crypto, blockchain, and investing every single day of the year since 2018. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Give the video a thumbs up because crypto is not free, but thumbs up are always free. Anyway, Dominic Williams, the founder of Internet Computer and the CEO of Decentralization Foundation, said on X, in 2024, Avalanche is bizarrely claiming to be the internet computer from 2021, saying, quote, Avalanche is becoming the first true decentralized Amazon Web Service of the crypto space, and nothing compares. Dominic says, definitely not the first, and a terrible imitation, but thanks for the flattery. Now, he retweeted this other tweet from this guy, Kevin, who is the co-founder of Avalanche Labs, the team or development company behind Avalanche. And he posted at the beginning of March 2024, Avalanche is no longer comparable to anything else in the crypto space. It's absolutely in its own category of performant, flexible, multi-VM or virtual machine compute. It's becoming the first true decentralized Amazon Web Service of the crypto space, and nothing compares. Wow, that is quite the claim, especially the fact that, there is, Storj or storage, there is Filecoin, and obviously, I think the most well-positioned to be the compute services for not only AI, cloud storage, and the like, internet computer. Now, we're going to kind of explore what these two blockchains are from a very high level, where they are in the price charts, and then kind of dig a little bit deeper into this whole which one is really the Amazon Web Service of crypto. Okay, so if we're looking at the top charts. Now, again, these prices might be different by the time you're watching this video because this is a video that was recorded at a period of time. And you guys may be saying, Cryptoviser, why do you even have to say that? Because we always get those comments that they'll say, well, Cryptoviser, when did you record this video? The prices are different. I'm like, I don't think they understand the idea of like pre-recorded videos. But anyway, if we're looking at the price charts, I'm recording this video in March of 2024. And so we're looking at the top charts, looking for Internet Computer and Avalanche, right? So Avalanche is the number 11 cryptocurrency, about $42, $16 billion market cap. And Internet Computer is not that far behind at number 19, $14, and a $6.6 billion market cap. So Avalanche has just about $10 billion in market cap over Internet Computer. Now, that's fine. That's where we are currently. We're kind of in the midst of new record highs at the time I'm recording this video. So there's a lot of froth in the market. We'll kind of see how this shakes out during a corrective phase. But either way, there's a lot that's going on within these two ecosystems. And I thought it would be important to just kind of give a very high level overview of these two chains in case you don't understand or know what either of them do. Avalanche is a layer 1 blockchain that functions as a platform for decentralized applications and custom blockchain networks. It's one of Ethereum's rivals, aiming to unseat Ethereum as the most popular blockchain for smart contracts. It aims to do so by having a higher transaction throughput of up to 6,500 transactions per second while not compromising scalability. Now, we're going to go back to those metrics in just a little bit because I do actually have the Avalanche Explorer and the Internet Computer Explorer up. That way we can also compare and contrast the differences in blockchains. But so far, Avalanche is saying 6,500 transactions per second. This is made possible by Avalanche's unique architecture. The Avalanche network consists of 3 individual blockchains, the X chain, the C chain, and the P chain. Each chain has a distinct purpose, which is radically different from the approach of Bitcoin and Ethereum's use, namely having all nodes validate all transactions. Avalanche blockchain even used different consensus mechanisms based on their use cases. After their mainnet launch in 2020, Avalanche has worked on developing its own ecosystems of decentralized apps and decentralized finance. Different Ethereum based projects such as SushiSwap and TrueUSD have integrated with Avalanche. Furthermore, the platform is consistently working on improving interoperability between its own ecosystem and Ethereum, like through the development of bridges. So that's kind of a high-level overview of Avalanche. Kind of makes a lot of sense. You can see the total supply of AVAX is about 436 million currently. It's about 52%. Well, a little bit less. The circulating, this is very odd. They have a total supply and then a circulating supply is 377 million, and this is only 50% of the overall supply of 720 million. So when you're looking at the market cap, you have to take that into account as well. The current market cap is $16 billion, but if it was fully diluted, we would be at $30 billion. So effectively, the true value of the at current market cap is about $21, because if we release the rest of the 50% of the circulating supply, and that we had the same market cap, we would have a halving of the price. That's the way that I view price metrics when we're talking about market cap and circulating supply and maximum supply. But this video is really more of a compare contrast. And so what is the internet computer? Well, the ICP, on the other hand, is a blockchain that incorporates a radical rethink of blockchain design. Powered by innovations in cryptography, it provides the world's first world computer blockchain that can be used to build almost any online system or service, including demanding web social media without the need for traditional IT, such as cloud computing services. As such, it can enable an end-to-end full decentralization. And so you can see this is a more concise blockchain. It kind of has a more broad focus versus just dApps and DeFi on Avalanche. So a little bit of a different approach, but we heard some really strong claims from Avalanche that Avalanche could process 6,500 transactions per second and not affect the scalability of the blockchain. And obviously we know through Cardano, through Ethereum, even through Solana, blockchain throughput is definitely a key metric that has to do with whether these chains are valuable or not, because if they cannot process high throughput and a lot of transactions per second or per minute, obviously they can't become a world ecosystem. So if we look at the Avalanche blockchain's network performance, this is the Avalanche dashboard straight from avax.network, the Avalanche website. Now here you can see it is a live dashboard, but it's not showing us minute by minute data versus on the Internet Computers blockchain, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes. This is up to date in the moment. And so when we're looking at Avalanche's ecosystem stats, what I see here is the max transaction per second that was observed over the last week. This means in the last 7 days, this was the maximum throughput that Avalanche had on the blockchain. Again, remember their claim, 6,500 transactions per second. And they only had 252 transactions per second as the maximum over the last week. And you may say, but Cryptoviser, do they have a lot of transactions? Well, you make that decision. I'm recording, well, let's just look at February. February is a completed month. This may be a little bit small on the video, but I'm going to just read it to you, the results. So in February, the monthly transaction count was 48,177,000 transactions. So if we do the math on that, 48,177,845, and we divide that by, it was a leap year, so there were 29 days in February. It's 1.6 million transactions per day. If we divide that by 24 hours in a day, 69,200 transactions per hour. And if we divide that by 60 minutes, 1,153 per minute. And if we divide that by to seconds, we get 19 transactions per second. And that's average for February. We just did the math live on screen. Now, obviously, December was a more active month in the market, so maybe it had a significantly higher transaction throughput. It did by about 2.5x. But still, if we take 19 and we times it by 2.5x, it's still not 252, and it's definitely not 6,500 transactions per second. Well, let's take a look at the Internet Computer blockchain's transaction throughput. So you can see right here how many blocks per second are processed. Right now, about 45 blocks per second. And you can see the transactions per second is about 5,130 transactions per second on the Internet Computer. Let me refresh this. That is a very, very high throughput, effectively about 20 times the amount of on Avalanche, right? So let's understand a little bit more about this. Let's look at the transaction count over here as well, if it even shows us that. I don't know that it does. Okay, yes, it's right here. Just click on ICP transactions. And so this brings us to the ICP transaction page. Now, if we look, the ICP transactions will be, I believe, the upper line. Let's pull this back to the 1 month, or let's do the 3 months so we can see on average how many it's processing. So the bottom number is the transactions. You can see right there. So in February, it looks like 22,000, 17,000, 20,000, 19,000. So anywhere between 15 and 25,000 transactions per day. So if we do the math on that, 25,000 transactions per day, we divide that by 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in an hour. I think I'm doing that wrong. 20,000 transactions per day. There's 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in an hour, and then 60 seconds in a minute. So that's 0.23 transactions per second. So I don't know where they're getting that data. Well, let's just do this. 1 month, right? This is the 1 month chart. That way, in case I did some math wrong there, we can just be 100% sure. So this is showing us 501,490 transactions in the last 1 month, so 30 days. So we take that and we divide this by 30, and that gives us about 16,000 transactions per day. That's very similar numbers to what we just did. Divide that by 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in an hour, and then 60 seconds in a minute. So yeah, it's like 1 transaction per every 5 seconds. So I don't really understand how that translates to this many transactions per second. If anybody in the ICP community can explain that, I would love to know. But other than that, back to the main point of this video, because really this part of the video was just kind of going through the transactions per second, what their data says on their dashboards and which one is better. So, I mean, they're both kind of low transaction throughput chains according to their recent volume history, right? So which one can actually process more transactions per second? I guess we would have to wait and see during higher volume times as these blockchains expand usage. But going back to the initial claim that Avalanche is the decentralized Amazon Web Service, when Dominic is saying that Internet Computer has been saying this since 2021. Well, some of this may actually be because on Amazon's startup website, they actually have a section of their site that says building application-specific blockchains with Amazon Web Service on Avalanche. So effectively, imagine a world where transactions, selling a home, trading an asset, paying out a claim, finalized in seconds or less. Contract, payment, and receipts are all tied together in a single transaction with this history of the trade permanently logged. The transfer doesn't require third-party involvement, bypassing centralized middlemen like banks, brokers, and agents. This is a blockchain world, decentralized and unchangeable digital ledgers that maintain the growing list of transactions. Obviously, we know this. And so here is where a digital disruptor fueling mainstream growth of blockchain is Ava Labs, the startup responsible for Avalanche. And basically the process that took the Avalanche started in 2006 and took many years of research on peer-to-peer systems and self-organizing systems that predates Bitcoin and others, describing his 20 years as a leading professor of distributed systems at Cornell University. He explains, this is one of the founders, he explains, our mission is not just to play in the world of crypto. We want to tokenize all the world's financial assets to create a better system for everyone. And so effectively, that's where the Avalanche blockchain came about. And so this whole like explanation of Avalanche and Amazon Web Service, like what does it all mean? Well, it says to support the technology, Ava Labs built a serverless architecture and is all in on Amazon Web Service. AWS's cloud solution, global presence, and proactive partnership are absolutely essential in the Ava Labs march to accelerate Web3 adoption. Avalanche uses Amazon Web Service solutions like Elastic Compute Cloud to deliver consistent millisecond performance in order to confirm transactions instantly and process thousands of transactions per second. One of the founders of Avalanche said it's been a huge boon to all the developers to be able to spin up nodes on the fly, spin up test networks on the fly using Amazon Web Service. He said our process for spinning up subnets relies on dynamically provisioned Amazon Web Service instances so that people can easily, quickly launch their own chain in just a couple of clicks. Ava Labs also participates in Amazon Web Service Activate program, a free program that helps startups to build and scale by offering members Amazon Web Service credits, resources, tools, and expert advice. The founder said Amazon Web Service Activate is an excellent resource for developers to bring applications to the masses with Avalanche's trailblazing speed, security, and scalability at its core. So here's the deal though, like, if they're claiming to be the Amazon Web Service, right, of blockchain, of the crypto space, how can you be the Amazon Web Service when you're using Amazon Web Service for your blockchain, right? Think about that. Amazon Web Service hosts blockchain nodes for Avalanche. So therefore, Avalanche can't be the Amazon Web Service of crypto when they're using Amazon Web Service, right? Does that make any sense to you? It doesn't to me. And again, they're claiming that now. I don't know when this article was, it's not time-stamped in their like learn section, but obviously we know that they're using Amazon Web Service for bandwidth and for node operations. It even says here, as a result of Amazon Web Service global infrastructure, it's simple for global users to launch an Avalanche validator node from the Amazon Web Service marketplace. So number one on my list of how Amazon Web Service helps us is by allowing customers to launch their validator nodes out of whatever legal jurisdiction makes sense for them. So yeah, that to me, and by the way, January 2023, that says that Avalanche needs Amazon. Amazon doesn't need Avalanche. And that's a big difference between what Avalanche is capable of and what Internet Computer is capable of. By the way, there was a recent article about Avalanche releasing Durango's upgrade, which unveils a teleporter to boost subnet interoperability. So you can see Avalanche is continuing to grow and develop new cross-chain protocol tools because as I've been explaining on this channel, generally speaking, all of crypto needs to be interoperable with each other. But Internet Computer, in my view, could be the Amazon Web Service of crypto because their infrastructure and architecture doesn't rely on Amazon Web Service. And you can see that in this hosting advice article that says Internet Computer reinvents compute with serverless smart contract cloud solutions. So effectively, the too long didn't read is that the Internet Computer is helping pave the way by providing users with blockchain resources to build their applications and systems. In this article, cryptographer and chief tech officer of Definity Foundation explains how the Internet Computer leverages smart contracts to power the decentralized cloud network and unique benefits of using blockchain technology for web development. He says, Bitcoin showed that you can build a secure system from just a protocol. You don't need anything else. You don't need firewalls. A pure protocol sufficiently running over many computers can give you a secure system, and that is revolutionary. He said every smart contract has a URL on ICP. So you just fire up your browser and enter the URL the smart contract, then you're interacting with the blockchain. All the computers are done on the all the computations are done on the blockchain. All the content is hosted there. And that's very different than Avalanche, which is hosting all of their data on Amazon. And Amazon is telling you this, and not only is Amazon telling you this, Avalanche is telling you this on their blog as well, right? So how can they really be that kind of service for crypto when they rely on the traditional Web 2 world to keep their blockchain running? This is not what Internet Computer is. This is not what Internet Computer does. It says the Internet Computer is much more like the original Internet, which was an open environment. Everyone could contribute. So now you can put the smart contract on the Internet Computer and interact with other smart contracts, just like the Internet anybody can use. If there's a smart contract that you want to interact with, but it says it's run out of cycles, for instance, gas on the Ethereum ecosystem, or their developer team does no longer exist, you can just take over and maintain it yourself. So it's an intelligent open system functionality that is much more powerful. And since everything runs on the Internet Computer blockchain, users don't have to worry about traditional IT duties. Instead, Internet Computer essentially functions as a serverless cloud service. Users can leverage that autonomy to build almost any Web3 system or application with speed and simplicity. He says it's an easier programming model in the sense that you don't have to worry about how to store your files. Data is kept in memory and the system takes care of the rest. So as you guys can see, in my personal opinion, both Avalanche and Internet Computer have some very good technology. They have some very good foundations to build upon as we move into the future. They're two completely different ecosystems. They're two completely different blockchains that are trying to achieve very different things. Do I think that maybe it was a little bit much for the co-founder of Ava Labs to say that they're trying to become the decentralized Amazon Web Service of the crypto space and nothing compares in bold letters? Please. Clearly, they're not the Amazon Web Service of crypto. Do they have good technology? It seems that way. Do they have a good vision for where they are going from a technological standpoint? I believe so. But so does Internet Computer. And Internet Computer is the Amazon Web Service of the crypto space. And I don't think anything compares to ICP when you're talking about being that the Amazon Web Service of crypto. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about both of these ecosystems. Let me know if you have any more insight into the transactions per second metrics that don't make sense. And don't forget to give this video a free thumbs up. We upload every single day of the year since 2018, so make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you tomorrow. Crypto on.